Without further ado, let's kick off this session with the Mobility and Transportation Keynote. At this presentation, you will learn how the New South Wales government is currently delivering Australia's largest transport infrastructure program by working towards being a global leader in the use of innovative and transformative technologies to enable convenient, personalized, and sustainable transport and mobility solutions for its customers. Our keynote speaker, Lewis Clark, is the Acting Head of Technology and Innovation at Transport for New South Wales, Australia. The wide portfolio of programs led by Lewis's Technology and Innovation branch includes a variety of customer and operational technology solutions to keep customers moving across the New South Wales transport network smoothly. If you have any questions for Lewis, feel free to post it in the chat box or in the comment section, and we will be addressing it at the end of her presentation. At his end of his presentation. Lewis will be on air very soon, so keep your seat warm and stay tuned.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lewis Clark, and I'm the Acting Head of Technology and Innovation at Transport for New South Wales in beautiful Australia. I'm really pleased to talk with you today about Transport for New South Wales and how our future technology agenda is driving our nation towards a sustainable future. I'll be available for questions at the end of the presentation, so feel free to think of some as we go through. At Transport for New South Wales, we're making the state of New South Wales a better place to live, work and visit by connecting people and communities and making journeys safer, easier and more reliable. As you can see, every day we have an enormous task to keep people and goods moving across New South Wales. Pre-COVID, our customers made 657 million trips on public transport. We managed nearly 7 million registered vehicles, nearly 6 million licensed drivers, along with a vast selection of regional, local and state roads. We've also got nearly 10,000 kilometres of rail tracks, along with all the vehicles we use to deliver our public transport services across roads, public transport and waterways. We also support the movement of about 500 million tonnes of freight across the state each year, which is a really valuable contributor to our economy. We're also responsible for delivering a large portfolio of infrastructure projects across New South Wales. Future Transport 2056 is our long-term vision. It really sets out how we're planning for a future with a growing population where almost 12 million people will live in New South Wales. We've got a really clear vision to connect lives through mobility solutions that support end-to-end journeys, enable great places with safe and sustainable transport solutions, really power the New South Wales economy with safe, productive, sustainable freight and passenger connections, and really improve the interconnectivity between city and regional freight hubs to support economic growth, efficiency and capacity. We're using world-leading technology, data and innovation to develop better services for our customers that meet their needs. In this space, we can deliver change quickly and work in with the infrastructure and services deliveries, which can sometimes take longer to deliver. Transport's been globally recognised for its innovative use of transport technologies in recent years, but we haven't even scratched the surface on the improvements, innovation and customer benefits that we can deliver across our network. Our future transport technology roadmap outlines how we're working towards becoming a global leader in this space. Just a few examples of the things we're focusing on using technology to deliver are seamless and personalised end-to-end journeys for our customers, getting our network ready for connected and autonomous vehicles, and transitioning our bus fleet to zero-emission vehicles. Our future transport technology roadmap was released this year and takes us to 2024. We're really excited about our technology ambitions and what new services we can deliver for our customers and communities in the year ahead. Before I talk about this, though, it's worth highlighting a few of the key achievements that we've been able to achieved since our 2016 version of the roadmap. At that time, the roadmap signalled that Transport for New South Wales was moving to use technology not only to respond, but also to anticipate customer expectation and needs. There was a lot of focus in working in partnership with industry, startups and academia for innovation and delivery. We've made an incredible amount of progress with our partners. Rather than me talking through all those achievements, I thought I'd show you a short video that we've created. It really does highlight the significant progress we've made in the technology space over the last 4 years.
Transport for New South Wales is embracing technology and innovation to provide better services for our customers. We've made it easier to use public transport, introducing contactless payments, the Opal digital card trial, and COVID-safe personalised journey plans. We've opened our data and are trialling transport systems powered by artificial intelligence and intelligent sensor technology to better manage and optimise our network operations. We've delivered connected and automated vehicle trials and on-demand transport options across New South Wales. We'll have a rapid transition to zero-emission buses, and our electric vehicle charging network will expand across New South Wales. We are putting in partnerships to ensure New South Wales is a world-leading adopter of connected and autonomous vehicles. Transport for New South Wales welcomes robust and diverse engagement with industry. We're partnering with some of the brightest minds across the world to make New South Wales a global leader in mobility. We're committed to increasing the pace of technology-charged innovation to deliver seamless mobility for our customers. Join us in driving a technology-driven transport revolution across our cities and regions. We're incredibly proud of what we have achieved.
As you saw on the video, we've achieved a great deal since 2016. We've been able to leverage our technology capabilities to help keep customers and staff safe during the COVID pandemic. And we're really proud of what we've achieved, and we've also learned plenty of lessons along the way. Since 2016, though, we've seen massive technology change. We've seen the sharing economy take shape, for example, rideshare services, proliferation of other technology-enabled business models, and those things have really impacted our customer expectations, behaviours and travel patterns. We've seen rapid technology advances, including things like AI and machine learning, innovation around edge computing, rapid advances in electric vehicles and an increased focus on sustainability. There's been step changes in sensor technology and the economics of using these. Although transport has been globally recognised for its innovative use of these technologies in recent years, we're really keen to keep moving forward and make sure that we're taking advantage of the opportunities and customer benefits that we can see with technology. We're really excited about our new future transport technology roadmap. Also inspired by our vision, we want to be a global leader in the use of transport technology to enable convenient, personalised and sustainable solutions for our customers and communities. Our refreshed vision demonstrates our commitment to increasing focus on using cutting-edge technology, real-time data analytics and the use of AI, and driving innovation and agile ways of working. For us, though, it's all about delivering better end-to-end journeys for our passenger and freight customers, regardless of where they live in New South Wales, regardless of the mode of transport they use, and regardless of who's delivering our services. Our roadmap is centred around 6 key priority programmes that will transform our customer journeys. I'll describe each of these in turn. Mobility as a service will create seamless and personalised journeys across every mode and every corner of New South Wales that gives our customers more choice about how they plan and pay for their journeys. Not that long ago, our customers were using paper tickets. Today, we've got Opal cards being used across our network in Greater Sydney, allowing customers to transition seamlessly from mode to mode throughout their journey. In 2019, we made over 750 million trips with Opal. About 25% of our customers are now using contactless payments, but we're continuing to drive innovation. We're currently trialling an Opal digital card with around 10,000 customers, and we've developed and launched a mass platform that we call Opal Connect, where customers can link their travel across all modes through a single account. We want to focus on establishing more partnerships with on-demand and rideshare providers to help bring that mass offering to life for customers. For example, we recently announced a trial using the Opal digital card to pay for Uber, Line Bikes, and some of the Sydney ferry services. It offers customers rewards to encourage adoption, and it really makes life easier for customers to connect to public transport hubs. We're also looking to expand digital ticketing to our customers in regional New South Wales, again, leveraging the Opal Connect platform. From a connected and autonomous vehicle perspective, we really want New South Wales to be a world-leading adopter of cabs so we can improve the safety and efficiency of our road network and ultimately save lives. We've completed a number of trials with automatic vehicles at places like Sydney Olympic Park, where we ran a smart shuttle service to test integration with traffic lights, digital bus stops, and as a turn up and go service. In other trials, we looked at integrating with trip planning and booking capabilities. So we're working really hard to get ready for cabs through a number of further, more advanced trials with autonomous rideshare services. To get ready for cabs, we need facilities to test vehicles. We're using our Future Mobility Testing Centre in Cadal, which is near Orange, to help with that. And we also know that we need to make sure we're looking at the policies and legislation that we have in place to not just enable trials, but beyond. We really want to transform environmental sustainability at transport, and it's really important we can reach our net emission targets and benefit from the significant environmental health and cost improvements. We've recently launched our zero emission bus strategy, which talks about how we will transition our fleet of buses to electric buses. We know there's some supporting activities that we need to work on as well. For example, expanding our electric vehicle charging network across New South Wales, which we're doing in partnership with NRMA. We also want to work with industry to help encourage the adoption and supply of electric vehicles in New South Wales. Finally, we'll look to explore the use of green hydrogen technology to move us towards those zero emission targets. For our regional customers, we really want to use technology to transform their mobility. We want to deploy the latest technology and smart infrastructure to transform the way customers in regions get from A to B. We also want to use the regions to test new technologies as they have unique requirements from the metro areas. We're currently rolling out our Connected Buses program for 16 regional cities that provides real-time information to customers about their bus services. As I mentioned earlier, we're also planning to roll out digital ticketing and booking for public transport services in the region. We recognise that it's important for travellers to be able to work and play while travelling and are looking to deliver digital connectivity uplift at transport hubs and on major services. From a freight perspective, just like regional mobility, we've created a priority. Freight's a major contributor to the New South Wales economy each year, and we've seen during COVID how essential freight services are to the community. We want to focus on the use of data and technology to drive freight productivity, and we want to be able to capture and share that data to provide a more holistic view of the supply chain. We want to investigate the development of a freight community system to follow container supply chain from port to intermodal terminals and on to distribution centres. With increased visibility, we want to be able to work with industry to reduce bottlenecks and improve efficiency. Through COVID, we saw increased volumes of deliveries, and we want to be able to trial automated and sustainable first and last mile freight vehicles. This will include exploring different sustainable options, such as small electric and hybrid vehicles for urban delivery, which will offer cleaner, quieter, lower cost and more sustainable operations. Finally, we're going to integrate freight more into our planning and design, and we're using better freight data to inform how we design places. Last but not least, we have a priority around sensors and intelligent systems. These will be able to gather more data and analyse it to create smarter transport networks. Intelligent systems will be able to provide rich real-time information to customers and improve our incident response times. For example, we're building our intelligent congestion management system together with our partner Cubic to better manage the road networks and respond to incidents quickly using a wide range of internal and external data sources. But we want to move beyond responding to incidents to be able to predict events. Over time, we'll make our systems more intelligent by powering them with AI and machine learning. This will allow us to dynamically optimize the network and be better able to predict events. We're working on modernizing our adaptive traffic light management system, SCATS, which I'll talk a bit more about in a minute. And we continue our journey to add new data sources to open data so others can build innovative integrated mobility solutions using that data. None of these priorities stand in isolation. They're working together towards giving us an overall outcome to deliver better end-to-end customer journeys for both passengers and freight. I mentioned SCATS, which is our Sydney Coordinated Adaptive Traffic System. It's an intelligent traffic control system that's designed to optimise traffic flow. We established this over 40 years ago, and the system's now serving over 1 billion people worldwide every day. As a world leader in traffic management systems, we're continuously innovating, and over the coming years, artificial intelligence will play a major role in dynamically optimising the network and predicting events. To help us deliver this, we've recently invested in a dedicated team of world-class personnel to drive this next generation of SCATS. Leveraging our strengths and past success, this team will continue to deliver improvements to our world-class product. Lastly, we have our technology toolkit, which really talks about how we're going to deliver on these priorities. With the toolbox, we can see that it's customer driven. It recognises the 3 different segments: our customers in Greater Sydney, our customers in regional New South Wales and freight. To deliver the roadmap, we've identified these capabilities that really work together to deliver integrated solutions for our customers. Personalised customer journeys, for example, is one place to deal with all your transport and mobility services and includes personalised and proactive notifications. From a connected journeys perspective, we want customers to be able to plan, book, pay and travel and give feedback in a seamless experience across their preferred channel, irrelevant of which transport mode they're using. From an emerging modes perspective, as I mentioned, it's really important for us to accelerate the adoption of cabs and focus on first mile and last mile journeys. We also know that we need to expand infrastructure to make electric vehicles more attractive. The next 3 technology capabilities are less visible directly to customers, but really important behind the scenes. So intelligent systems, decision support systems will be able to better predict the movement of people of goods across the day. With access to real-time information and the use of AI, our systems will reshape how services are delivered to provide a better customer experience. For a real-time digital twin, we can provide a digital representation of the network that can be used by decision support systems to help improve transport planning, day-to-day operations and delivery, and model and predict future events based on a number of inputs. Intelligent sensors are also really important to help provide us with real-time information about how the network's performing, to enable automated and rapid responses to network disruptions, and maybe sometime in the future, self-healing capability. As you can see, we've already identified a large portfolio of projects that we want to either execute or investigate. Some are network-wide and some are very specific, targeting individual segments like freight. The roadmap isn't set in stone. We need to continue to regularly update this roadmap based on what we've learned and new technologies emerging. In summary, we're really excited and proud about our future transport technology roadmap and how with our partners we'll deliver better end-to-end journeys for our customers and communities in New South Wales, regardless of where they live, regardless of how they travel, and regardless of how their service is delivered. I'd invite you to go and take a look at our website, which has a lot more information about our future transport technology roadmap. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me today, and happy to take any questions.
Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Mira. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Afternoon.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I hope you're excited because we have a few questions coming your way.
Great.
All right. So the first question is from WebEx. Do you know how customers are responding to the investment that is made in your digital channels?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think the answer is most definitely yes. From a Transport for New South Wales perspective, we have a few programs that really allow us to listen to the customer feedback that we receive through our channels. We also undertake a lot of customer research and insight type work to understand what functionality we need to deliver and what's most valuable to customers. So, and also run customer satisfaction programs. So broadly, we know what we're building into the digital channels is responding to customer feedback. We've got a broad understanding of what it is our customers need, and we can see from the customer satisfaction surveys that we undertake that we're increasing the percentage of customers that are satisfied and very satisfied with what we're delivering through our digital channels. So most definitely yes.
That's wonderful. Usually people would say yes, but that was a really, really detailed answer. And I love how you broke down exactly how you got the data. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Lewis. And thank you so much to the audience for that question. We have a second question from Lisa, also from WebEx. Hey, WebEx peeps. The question is, Lewis, what real-time information are you delivering for regional customers?
So for our customers generally in New South Wales, we're able to deliver real-time information through our digital channels on how the services are running. Most recently in regional New South Wales, we've started the rollout of a program called Transport Connected Bus, and that allows our customers in regional New South Wales to be able to use either transport digital channels or other entities that have developed apps and using our open data platform to be able to see the status of our buses and when they're due to arrive in real time. We know that's a really valuable addition for customers because they're much better able to plan arrivals at bus stops, for example, based on when the bus is due to, well, it is actually going to turn up rather than necessarily timetabled service. So that's been an important improvement that we've started and are still in the progress of delivering in regional New South Wales.
All right, cool. Thank you. Our next question is from, this is a long one. This is from Ying Li Lai from WebEx. So Ling Lai says, thank you so much for the very informative and great work being done in New South Wales. It has moved a long way from when I was in Sydney for my tertiary studies. And the question is, can you share more about the intelligent systems and how the AI learnings targeted objectives you think these can achieve?
Yeah, thanks for the question. It's really quite broad, I guess. So AI, I think, is a fairly new concept and is reliant on us being able to collect and process a lot of data. And as you'll have seen in the presentation, that's something we're looking to progress in terms of sensors across the network. And really at Transport, we're working to better understand and develop those use cases around what AI can do for us, and also considering what are appropriate and less appropriate uses for AI. From an intelligence systems perspective, we've currently got a program in progress called Intelligent Congestion Management Program, which is really helping us bring together data sources and network status from across the road network and multiple other modes to allow our Transport Management Centre to have a really clear view of what's going on across the network and to be able to make adjustments to that as appropriate. And things like that, we hope in the future AI would play an increasing role in terms of being able to analyse the information and make suggestions to the staff in our Transport Management Centre on what potential courses of actions could be, especially where we've got disruptions on the network, for example.
Thank you so much, Lewis, for that answer. Do you have any more questions? Yes, we have 2 more questions. And this is from Lo Kim Hoon from WebEx. Is IoT being identified and a part of the longer term objective for your initiatives?
So I think definitely yes. It offers quite a lot of exciting opportunities, and is definitely something we want to understand how that can fit within the context of delivering a road and public transport network. And the future technology roadmap that I presented really looks for us to partner with industry as well as things we know ourselves to be able to better understand how technologies can fit in and where they might be able to give us opportunities that we don't particularly have at the moment.
All right, thank you so much, Lewis. We have one more question, and then I have a bonus question for you. So okay. The last question is from WebEx. It's from Yi Ling Lai, and the question is: can you clarify the high-level basis of SCAT or SCATs?
SCATs. So again, a really broad question. SCATs has been developed in New South Wales, I think, probably over the last 40 years, and plays a critical role in helping control some of the traffic systems. It's fairly broad in what it delivers. I'd encourage you to take a look at scats.nsw.gov.au, which is our website, to understand a bit more about that. And if it's something you're interested in more detail, then Transport would be really happy to have a discussion about that. But it's a broad question to be able to answer quickly here. But thanks for the question anyway.
All right, thank you so much, Lewis. And we have one more question. Okay, so we have one more question, and this is from me. I think a lot of the questions that we've gotten today are quite broad due to the nature and the breadth of the project and implementation in New South Wales. So I guess my question would be, with all of these different things, all these different programs that are ongoing, right? What has been the challenge in terms of executing all of these and moving on to the future? what would you where would you want to see all of these initiatives progress towards?
I think one of the challenges we came across initially was really when you set out on utilising these new innovative technologies, it can be there can be a bit of a danger that you sort of think too big and think too broad. We've really tried to focus on being able to deliver minimal viable products to allow us to bring something to market, understand how customers react to it, understand how it interacts with the transport network, and then be able to build from there. I think the other thing for us that's been really important is being able to leverage partnerships and being able to work with industry to allow them to help us on the journey. We're certainly really aware that Transport for New South Wales isn't able to do everything itself. So those partnerships and relationships with other people have been really important for us to be able to trial new technology. And I think the other thing we've learned along the way is failing fast is an important concept. So if you're going to try lots of things, not all of them will work out, and that's okay. You can move on to the next technology or the next bit of innovation.
Thank you so much, Lewis, for sharing. And I think that inspired something too, because we have a extra question coming in from the audience, and this will be the last one from Aznil from YouTube. Aznil says, "Hi Lewis, is there a realistic plan or time frame in which public transportation will be a fully utilized mode of transportation?" And the added comment to it is because at the end of the day, electric vehicles are still vehicles and they will still create congestions and bottlenecks compared to everyone using the same public transport. So Lewis?
Yeah, it's again a really broad question, and I think is probably very specific to jurisdictions. Certainly from a New South Wales perspective, the road and public transport network are both really important. Our focus is really on being able to provide customers choice to make public transport as accessible and easy to use as possible, but absolutely roads are an important part of the transport network, as are cars, as is freight moving across it, and public transport plays a really important role in moving people around as well.
All right, thank you so much, Lewis, for your perspective, your insights, and also for sitting down and answering all the questions from the audience members. Would you like to say anything, any last words before you leave?
No, I think thanks for the questions. Thanks for taking the time to listen to the presentation. And if you are interested in working with transport or have some good ideas that will help us along the way with our technology roadmap, then we're really keen to engage.
Thank you. Maybe I'll take you up on that. Thank you, Lewis. See you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.